Asana,
Okay. Explain again. I'm not asking no more question again. Okay, like why now?
go to school. The English say I need English.
Okay, sorry. Sorry.
Say Ali, you take that. You take
I'm
that.
taking time. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Say people can take that
To explain.
Yeah.
Okay.
And guess what? Then people come and pay. I'm a winner EPA with me. They start our men and they get a husband as edition and tagging for free bowl. I was there to and I is on with them by get here saying we are more than by running down there.
It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you to us. You even claim to even be the hero on your experience, but why you to us? So why the rest press not stable? No job, no food to put on the table. No just for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest and show your kids can go. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of help people, they breaking property on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people. I used to say you not alone. It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. That will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. You say you are going to change things. But we're not seeing changes. Promises you made you and your rescue team. We're not seeing changes. You made it one country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. That's what yama. Suffering, you downsizing, you wish haunting. Now when you're top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. That's what yama. You wish haunting. Now when you're top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. That's what yama.
Good afternoon. Good morning, good evening. What a pleasant way to welcome all of you, the Liberian people and our people following the conversation from around the world. To those of you in Liberia and all across the different regions of the globe, we want to say welcome to Freedom Hub on today's edition.
CDC and Unity Party.
Today being the 21st day of the month of May
Down the
2025 remains the year.
you dance.
My name is Khan Oliver Khan. Princess Alexa Vanja Cody is here.
Let me go softly.
Jointly, we run up to 6 o'clock today
Then you're rescuing.
with a lot of the issues making the news in Liberia constituting today's menu.
Ask me one question. Now you give the rest.
Your country,
You not give
my country, all of us country.
me. Say you give the rest. Let me ask
Your country is in trouble.
the rest. The people say not like you. That's what I'm yama, 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 yama.
They promised to rescue the country.
I will let them, yama, yama.
Unfortunately, the Minister of Labor has given over we're told 8,000 plus. We're still verifying the information, but the Minister of Labor has given, I repeat, plenty work permit to foreigners.
But we not see
Imagine Liberians are carpenters,
you and your rescue team.
Liberians are masons,
We not see chiches.
Liberians can drive, Liberians are ordinary mechanics,
You dance
heavy duty mechanics.
counting. Down the
But again, your rescue government is giving a lot of
question.
work permits to those who are foreigners.
Tell me who you rescue.
You're giving a lot of work permits to foreigners for jobs that Liberians can do. Then somebody is asking me, when will this rescue come?
Now you give the rest.
When is this going to happen?
You not give him the
That conversation will be held on today.
rescue.
In addition to it, we'll be talking more about the situation involving the economy.
Yama, 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 yama.
On yesterday, we witnessed Liberians across the different markets
Yama, yama, yama.
were being asked again by radio operators, by individuals from the different media institutions. And this issue about the opinion sampling was all about the normal activities yesterday by journalists in the country.
Like you.
So in Douala, Waterside,
He was hoping to change
and other business hubs in Monrovia,
the changes.
the microphones continue to go to the people. And again, this is becoming so frustrating. I heard the other lady and I almost broke down emotionally. Can you imagine the lady? The journalist asked the lady, how is business? Why? What is happening right now? How is it looking like? Is business moving correctly? The lady responded and said, look, my young man, you have been interviewing me for the past 4 to 5 minutes. If business is moving correctly, I would have told you, my son, just wait small, let me serve the woman. The mere fact that you are talking to me freely and nobody coming, nobody even going to the next table, and all of the people sitting around us here looking at you, only 2 are others looking at it, shows to you that people are not buying. The market is terrible. The economy is in disaster. And this is where we want to see Dallas DeLone, the senator of our county, coming up to speak to let us know as to what is the status of the economy right now. Under the George Rios administration, he said he was in the toilet. I don't know where it is today. Where is the economy today? Especially when chicken feet is now a very, very high commodity on our market. And so today the economy is going to be simplified on the radio. Alexa and I will try our best. And trust me, some of the questions will be placed at the feet of Alexa on today. And she is a lady, although she will reserve her comments. But today we'll be questioning, we'll be asking Liberians. So if you can call on the radio, if you're one of the regular callers on the radio, if you are a man, please today, we want you to talk, but today we want you in your community, just find one old lady or somebody who can buy food in the market. If you are a regular caller on the show, I'm saying this, wherever you are, just walk to the community, the nearby community, anywhere where you say to it, walk there and ask the children who can go in the market, the girls, the little children who can go in the market, the women, the married women, and the bachelor girls and all, and ask them. You want to know from them the real practical economic evaluation. We want to do it on the show today. Today we're not going to be talking about all the other stuff. We'll be asking real personal questions. How much for the chicken feed, Nana? How much it was used to cost before? 4 chicken feet these days are how much? How much it used to cost those days? Those are the questions we want to be asking here on the platform. But again, today is Wednesday. Today is the jackpot day, and so for those of you listening, you could win for yourself 20,000 Liberian dollars in this Liberia. I repeat, $20,000 could go for grabs. And on this platform, the code is just the same. Star 799 star 11 hash. That's the easier code to play on the radio. And hopefully you're gonna win for yourself 20,000 Liberian dollars. Some of you will walk away with 15,000 Liberian dollars. Some of you will walk away with $10,000, while a good portion of you will walk away with $5,000. There's going to be some frequent players draw, and we are hoping to give 1, 2, 3, or as many as we can. We hope to give them $1,000 as frequent players draw on the platform until we return from our break to have Wars on Crime Stoppers Liberia, Yanjin Beer, and Liberty Fortune. We are asking you to remain tuned in as we bring you a wonderful, wonderful edition on today's program, Freedom Hub on 87.9. Let's take a break to be right back.
Let me ask you, is the rest of the people they're not like you?
From the center to interior, keeping ourselves, let's for all our people bringing safety to your door. Stop it, cry and make it peace for them before. Stop Liberia, from the center to interior, keeping ourselves, let's for all our
Constable Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self-opening, Homeless Inside.
Stop the people bringing safety to your door. Stop it, cry and make it peace for them before. Stop Liberia, from the center to interior. Keeping ourselves, let's for all our Stop the people bringing safety to your door. Stop it, cry and make it peace for them before. Stop Liberia, from the center to interior. Keeping ourselves, let's stop it, cry for all our
Yang Tieti to Deja. Introducing Yanjin Beer from Beijing, the newest sensation in town. Yanjin Beer is so smooth and light. You can drink it, wake up in that morning, feeling very energized. And you wicked boy, the woman will be very happy. No headache, no eye spinning. And the Yanjin Beer bottle, it got a special way again open. Nobody will ever use you for the opener again. Very easy. Yanjin Beer can be found wholesale or retail at Sir Exeter and Jungle Water, and also in supermarkets or bars around you. Reward yourself by drinking Yanjin Beer, and trust me, you will be ready to go.
And the money, use your time well. Waka.
Yes.
Peewee?
Yes.
What only happened last for now?
Yama, the thing that making some of our friends in other countries can be building houses and sending their children to Google schools now come to Liberia, yeah?
What's that?
They got one Liberian company called Liberty Fortune.
Liberty Fortune?
Yes, this company bringing one game they call Liberty Fortune Scratch and Win game.
And how people can play this game?
Very easy. Buy their ticket and scratch the silver part on it, just to see where you can do the scratch card. Then any money you see on it is for you. You can win different amount of money, all the way up to 10,000 USD.
So you mean when I buy the Liberty Fortune scratch card and peel the silver part, any money there is for me?
Yes, and you only need just $1 USD on the same money LD to play and win.
But where I can get a Liberty scratch card from?
Go to the shops, go to the boys who sell scratch cards and tell them that you want Liberty scratch card. Pay, scratch, and win. And then you take the winning card to their office at the Don's residence on 2nd Street, Topman Boulevard in Cinco for your money.
Pee-wee, thank you for this life-changing game. Liberty scratch card, we for it every day. Spend small money and win big money.
A message from Liberty Fortune LLC.
You can get a Liberty scratch card from.
Go to the shops, go to the boys who sell scratch cards and tell them that you want Liberty scratch card. Pay, scratch, and win. And then you take the winning card to their office at the Don's residence on 2nd Street, Topman Boulevard in Cinco for your money.
Pee-wee, thank you for this life-changing game. Liberty scratch card, we for it every day. Spend small money and win big money.
A message from Liberty Fortune LLC, the new game changer in Liberia. Oh yeah.
Okay, that's what it is. Liberty Fortune scratch and win. It's very easy. Go to one of the shops, the supermarkets, all of the places you think you can find it. Alexa, where did you? I mean, I think I saw your driver was on Liberty Fortune scratch cards the last time. Where did he buy it?
I beg you, I don't know.
Okay, all right. I mean, I just wanted to know exactly where he bought it.
But they have different points anyway.
Yeah, so you can go to any of the
they have different points.
the marketplaces, and you'll find Liberty scratch. Anything you scratch, when you scratch anything you see there, that why you win.
Maybe you're going to win $1 or more, depending on how many cards you're
$2,
going to get.
$3. You could win $10, up to $1,000. It depends on how well you play. But again, Yanjin beer is our signature beer here on Freedom Hub and the entire Freedom FM. Very, very wonderful alcoholic beverage. Very, very good enough. Good to the letter. And so I want to encourage you, we want to encourage you, especially our beer drinking population, to, when you think beer, when you think realization, when you think refreshment, just think Yanjin. And with Yanjin beer, you're good to go. I mean, it's so refreshing. I mean, I just wish I had a glass right now, to zip in, and later on we get down to business. But Alexa, is a wonderful thing to be back on the People's Radio. The country is still the way it is, and we're hoping that somehow something will happen. But while we await that, today is the Plenty Money Day. You either win 10,000, 20,000, 15,000, or 5,000 Liberian dollars. But before we start jumping into the big money, let's give somebody $1,000 as a regular player. That's what we want to do. So let's go and see if this person is going to be available when he or she picks. Then automatically we are going to give that person $1,000 because they are a regular player, and that is exactly what it is. So let's see. Let's hope that is the case. Let us hope that is the case. Hello, ma'am. How are you? How you doing? Okay. What is your name, ma'am? Hello. Yeah, how are you? I'm okay, I'm good. We are calling you from Freedom Radio Liberia, ma'am. Are you getting us?
Your line breaking in.
Yeah, I'm at the station. You don't want you to move around small. I said we are calling you from Freedom Radio Liberia. Okay, so you've been playing the cash giveaway.
Yeah.
And you have not been that fortunate to win plenty time. So today your number was selected to be given 1,000 Liberian dollars as a regular player.
Thank you.
Okay, so we come and send the money to you right away. Right away, we come and send the money to you.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So okay, she will keep playing it. We leave you right there. So we're about to give her $1,000. You too can be the same. When you play, you do not win. Don't worry. When you play, you do not win. Don't worry. As much as you are here on this platform, as much as you continue to play, and you are hopeful, it is going to get better. You're going to have a lot more happening for you. So yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. So *799 *11# will give you all of what you need. *799 *11# will give you all of what you need here on the platform. Okay, so we'll give it up. We'll give it up. Let's see. Okay, so I think she should receive her money by this time. But Alexa, that is exactly where we are.
Well, I would like to say hello to all of you. And of course, welcome to a new day on Freedom Hub. We're here again to talk about everything that's happening in Liberia. Basically, we'll do our best. Do we have someone? Okay. So, Liberia is at a point where people are confused. And Liberia is also at a point where ordinary citizens are expressing themselves more than ever before. And I'm saying this based on different reports we have gotten for the past few days, especially from DTV Online. And I think there's another one with Spoon 2 or 3 days ago. I stand to be corrected on that, where you have ordinary women in the market, people who are selling the market. They have their own views and different citizens of Liberia. So it tells you how interesting the country is. It tells you how the country is at a point where people are yet to understand where is rescue. So we're not going to talk too much. Oliver said that. I think we'll play just the reports from the field. And we're going to hear from you as well. We're also going to give our own analysis at the end of the day as to what do we think about the economy, as to whether the economy is working. And it has been shown in the lives of ordinary citizens, because you have everybody to talk about it bigly. Government officials will tell you, hey, everyone is enjoying in Liberia. Everyone is satisfied in Liberia, But then, and does it reflect on the living condition of citizens in Liberia? That should be a big question. So I think we're going to talk about that. The economy, it is very important, because if you have the economy to work or to boom, you will have, change, you will have effective change, and people will be able to tell you, hey, we're enjoying. So I'm sure we're going to talk about basically, the views from marketers, the views from, citizens across Liberia, and our reliance will be based on, different reports from online TV stations in Liberia. But however you're joining us, we'd like to say welcome. We're going to discuss a lot of different things, today. And being in a country where you expect a lot, yet you are not seeing what you've expected, it is a lot. So it tells you the slow pace we're on. It tells you the country is moving slowly, and you don't get to know exactly what the change is. You don't get to understand exactly what the rescue is. So we're going to talk about that as well. I'm sure a lot of you out there, you've followed at a point what has been on the social media, especially the online platforms that have been in the different market places, just talking to women, talking to boys, and talking to men who are selling, whether it's rice, whether it's clothes, and all that. So this is where we are in Liberia, and we're going to talk about that more. But also, people will be thinking that, oh, you guys are doing this because you want to just project an image that doesn't, say well about the country. You cannot project something that you don't have. You cannot project something that is not there, that is not available. You cannot project something that is not real. So we do not have any personal problems or issues with anybody. No, we're just basically bringing you directly what citizens are going through, what they are, experiencing on a daily basis, and what the struggles are like out of the executive mansion, out of the air conditioned offices, and out of places where the ministers, the assistant ministers, and everyone has now become talk show hosts because they want to intellectualize, suffering in Liberia. They want to intellectualize the struggles of the masses. So we cannot sit on our platform and just let that go. So we have to bring the people to talk. We have to play their voices because they are actually the ones who will go back to the polls again. They are actually the ones who will, who have to listen to the same folks we have today who had already promised them before that we're going to get here, and change your lives. We're going to get here and restructure systems that have failed or systems that failed you, and they're here. So I think we'll talk to you more about that. But we have a couple of different things that we will talk about other than just what was happening out there, what's happening with people. And also there's just information from the Ministry of Labor. Oliver talked about that. Liberians are here and they're struggling on a daily basis for jobs. At a point in time, we had one of the folks from UP. He was also here discussing that. So this is something that transcends beyond just Unity Party, but we're going to talk about it because they are the ones now giving out jobs that should be reserved or kept for Liberians, especially to survive. And now there's an allegation that, of course, there's a report that, of course, they are giving these little slots and jobs to foreigners or foreign nationals. So it is a lot. It is a whole package of exactly what we will be talking about right here. And you have videos of people complaining about jobs, 100%. So we're going to talk about that. So the Ministry of Labor, the reports from the marketplaces, we're going to talk about that. So it is a whole lot. We have a whole package for you on today's menu, and we'll do our best to touch, just the two things we just shortlisted. We'll do our best to talk about those two things because it is very crucial. It is very important. Seriously.
Okay. How do I abandon Alexa?
No, I did not feel abandoned.
Okay, so I had to run to solve something. But again, we're back, and like I told you, the Liberian people, this radio, like all other radio stations, we have a responsibility. And that responsibility is to help disseminate quality information to our people, to be honest with our conscience, and to be firm in our positions. Whichever, regardless of the position we take, to be firm on it. And our position in this instance is to help the government succeed. But in helping the government succeed, we will call out the government when wrong things are being done. And to do so, we will be critical. We will not lick any government official feet here. We will not dance to their tune. Elisa, I'm saying this, right? We will not dance to their tune. They play not praise and worship for government. We're not worshiping no government here. Our job is for the Liberian people's plight to be achieved. That's our job. And that is the reason why we are concerned about a decision. Alexa, do you have it? Let me see what I can send it to you. That's why we are concerned about a decision that is being taken by the Minister of Labor, the Republic of Liberia, Kopakra, to give 8,000 work permit to foreigners in this country. And let's come and read the story for you, and you will listen to it. To give 8,000 work permit to foreigners in this country with no specification, a blank check. Alexa has it. She's opening it up to read it for you. When you campaign in 2023 to win the presidency, you campaign to bring jobs, to bring liberation, and to rescue the Liberian people from poverty, unemployment, and starvation. Instead of hustling for Liberians to get job, you are giving work permit, 8,000 work permits to foreigners When all of you been wearing a green t-shirt in dirty water on September 17, when you're still struggling to find jobs every day in this country, your government is distributing 8,000 work permit to Chinese, Indians, Turkish, Pakistanis. We do not hate our foreign friends. We do not have issues with them. No, we are not. But the kind of jobs they are giving, they are not giving jobs. They are not giving work permit to these people to come and set up factories here. Oh no, and that's why they're not giving work permit for them to come be processing rice. Oh no, it's not ill. They are giving job permit for drivers. They are giving job permits for cook to be cooking, for cleaners, house help, heavy duty mechanic, light duty mechanic, generator operator. Hey man, funny jobs. Jobs that Liberians can do. Jobs that most of you out there went to LOIC, MVTC, MVC, and the different, how you call it, in vocational institutions in refugee camps. Even right here in Liberia. Some of you learn how to become mechanic on the sidewalk, and today you can even face G-Wagon, you can repair Rolls Royce. And that's how you know the other PB car's name. All of you learn your mechanical, a trade right on the sidewalk, and you're good mechanics. This rescue government is not thinking about giving you job and assigning you to these companies, but they are giving white people, foreign people, 8,000 of our work permit. Not for BB industrial jobs, but for small jobs that Liberians are supposed to do. Where is the rescue? When we talk, they say the Cherry led the government. When we talk here, they say the Cherry led Joe Baka. No, we don't hate him. We don't hate this government. We hate lies. We hate deception. We hate it when you know exactly what you ought to do. We hate it when you see Liberians suffering and you close your eyes on the suffering of the Liberian people and start to give people jobs. The same thing President Baga did. Of all the players that play football for Lone Star here, every day, hey Lone Star, hey Lone Star. All day we're doing Lone Star. All the former players Lone Star guy in the country. He didn't see any of them to make sports, how they call it, ambassador. He didn't see any of them. He went for one Senegalese man to make him the ambassador, the annual envoy for sport, some kind of thing. Magdalena Kopa, old boyfriend, go marry a man to be what they call a Senegalese.
Her husband.
That husband? I don't know about that. Whatever the case is, that Magdalena Kopa somebody. A Senegalese brought him and made him head of sports. George Gibber then floating around here. James Alinsa Deba is floating around here. A very good friend to the pro team. Floating around here, James Deba. And the rest of the other old Lone Star players, they're floating around here. You did not make any of them sports ambassador or envoy. You brought a Senegalese. Today, the labor minister is himself assigning 8,000 work permit to foreigners. When Liberians do not have simple security jobs, but they're bringing foreigners. And the worst thing is, those foreigners will take the work permit and take driver jobs. While a Liberian driver is being paid $150, they'll be paying the burgers $800, $900, $1,500, $1,600. That's how your rescue government is operating. And that's how I'll read it for you. I don't want to jump the gun.
Okay. So this is from the Liberian Investigator. Today's publication, obviously, and it says Senate grills Labor Minister for issuing 8,000 plus work permits without job description. Labor Minister Councillor Cooper Crow is facing intense backlash from the Liberian Senate for issuing more than 8,000 work permits to non-Liberians without disclosing job categories or descriptions. Animation lawmakers say undermines national labor laws and denies employment to qualified Liberians. Minister Crow appeared before the Senate on Tuesday, May 20, after repeated summons. His appearance was prompted by Monserrado County Senator Abraham Darros Delon, who demanded answers regarding the ministry's continued authorization of foreign labor in positions Liberians are fully capable of filling. This practice contradicts both the letter and spirit of the Decent Work Act, Delon said. Year after year, the ministry renews work permits for non-Liberians, even for jobs legally reserved for Liberians. Senators cited Chapter 7, Section 7.1 and Chapter 45, Section 45.9 of the Decent Work Act, along with revised Regulation Number 17, 2019, which places strict conditions on the employment of foreign nationals. Regulation Section 3 prohibits granting permits to non-African nationals seeking jobs in the informal sector, and Section 6 requires employers to advertise vacancies publicly for at least a month before the ministry can issue a certificate of non-availability and approve of foreign hire. When Senate Pro Tempore Yambli Kanga Lawrence asked whether the submitted list of over 8,000 permits included job details, Kraft first said yes, then reversed his statement. He attributed the lack of job information to a system inherited from the previous administration, claiming the Liberia Revenue Authority processes work permit data but does not allow entry of job categories or descriptions. The current system only identifies whether an applicant is from ECOWAS or a non-African country, Kraft said. Grand Jita County Senator Thomas Yaya Niblin, who chairs the Senate Committee on Labor, confirmed that the permit list lacks any job-specific data. It doesn't say if someone is a carpenter, mechanic, or electrician, Nimlin said. Riverview County Senator Francis Dopo pushed back, noting that the 2019 regulation explicitly calls for an automated system capable of capturing comprehensive employment information. If the regulation mandates a digital system, how can such crucial data be excluded? Dopo asks. Senator Delon went further, warning that Kraft's action may be in contempt of the legislature under Article 44 of the Constitution. No system anywhere captures names and nationalities but omits job descriptions. Delon said this points to a lack of transparency and opens the door to abuse. He expressed concern that many of the positions being filled by foreigners pay salaries of US $3,000 or more, despite Liberians being qualified and trained for those roles.
Okay.
Basically. So you had
it's a 3,000 Liberian dollars,
3,000
US dollars.
US dollars. So this is just a minute. The government funds the vet and vocational programs, yet when the jobs come, they are handed over to foreign nationals, he said. Dillon still speaking. Dillon called on the Senate to consider evoking contempt proceedings if the minister fails to provide the necessary information. Minister requests 2 weeks to submit data. Facing growing frustration from lawmakers, Kraft requested 2 weeks to collect the missing data and submit full reports. I will write to the employers, retrieve accurate job titles and descriptions, and organize the information into a typed report for this body, Kraft said in a response to a request from Grand Crew County Senator Albert T. Chie. The Senate has not yet decided whether to formally hold the minister in contempt, but several senators emphasized that the issue cracks at the height of national employment priorities. This is about protecting Liberian jobs, said Senator Kanga Lawrence. We cannot lax oversight of outdated systems to override the law. So basically, This is it.
Look, that is the situation for you. I think I gotta let you go on this thing. go on the first while I try to handle some issues here. But the business here, the business are very simple, right? The guys are saying, Alexa, they issue the work permit, 8,000 a day, do permits to the people. They did not include the kind of job the people come and do, because according to them, the former government build the system in a way that
They don't have any national.
they will not have
You
any.
just have ECOWAS.
Yeah,
and
they will not have any way to do it. This is the most funny part of the thing that can even make some of our colleagues on the different radio station and won't start cussing. For us, we don't cuss yet. I mean, that's the reason why I'm trying to hold my emotions, right? This is 15 months, Alexa. 15 months since these people took over. You are giving 8,000 job permit, work permit, to foreigners to come and do jobs that Liberians can do. And their salary payment structure will be more than what Liberians are receiving.
3,000.
3,000. I mean, the least will be $3,000. And the senators asking you, why did you not put the kind of jobs the people coming to do in the country? And they say the reason why we not put it there, the system what we get, the system doesn't allow us to put the job there because the former government built the system in the way how it will not be able to put job there. That is not an excuse. You've been here for 15 months. 15 months you took salaries. 15 months you took pay. Didn't you know that you needed to change it? You met a controller at the ministry, you changed him. You met HR at the ministry, you changed that person. You met drivers at the ministry. There are even the curtains in your office, the curtains, the raw, the different things. You even remove Camo from your offices within 15 months. That system that you know that you came to rescue, that system you're not able to change, and you still asking for excuse. And that's the conversation. I mean, that's the business. That's the business to lay out. So I'm handling something here. So let's ask the minister some questions, because I'm still confused as to what is he trying to communicate. The senators call you to ask you, why are you giving 8,000 jobs? Because when you give job permit, the foreigner will not come here if he doesn't have a job to do here. And that's how the foreigner can't come to the country if he doesn't have a job to do here. They will call the man and say, man, come. He friend Indian man, he friend Lebanese man, he friend Turkish man will call and say, man, come to this so company in so place. The money company will get so job here. But when you come, go to the labor ministry to get you, go and get a work permit, you come get you the job. So when you issue 8,000 work permits in this country, it means you are issuing 8,000 jobs opportunity for foreigners to come and take. You get them blank check because some of the companies they can tell the Indian man and say, when you come with me, you cook or driver. Moreover, if they include driver or cook on the papers and the kind of salary the people will be receiving, it will raise alarm. And that's why the labor ministry is in cahoots. They were saying Liberia is conspiring with the foreigners to give them work permit, and few ministers of the labor ministry will get money, while Liberians are struggling outside there, ain't got job to do. And that's how the kind of situation we're in.
You see that, bro? No.
That's the situation we're in.
God.
That is what we are. I mean, this is just the beginning. That's what we are.
I think it is really sad that we will be discussing this under a rescue mission when we have a government that prides herself as a rescue government. It is sad to have these things, happening. Based on what I just read the report, there are different articles quoted right here. Different articles, they're quoted strictly. And these articles clearly explain that legally there are jobs reserved for Liberians, only Liberians. Legally, there are jobs reserved for only Liberians. So whether you're from America, whether you're from, Europe, whether you're from wherever, there are certain jobs that are legally reserved for Liberians. And it brings me back to the 8,000 plus work permits that the Ministry of Labor, the minister, has issued to foreign nationals, knowing he's a counselor, by the way. So he should know, legal matters. He should know some of the articles that would tell him that these things are basically for Liberians, and there are certain things that are not for Liberians, maybe under the law. So he should be able to understand, and he should be able to acknowledge these things as a counselor. That's number one. The fact that the senators, different senators, senator from Grand Crew, of course, they mentioned that Thomas Yaya Nimlin, he's one of the people here quoted, to have asked different questions and, just reference some of the different articles we have. He was summoned, and the senators had to ask him different questions and quoted, different articles. So as a lawyer or as a counselor, who is the minister, concurrently you are the Minister of Labor, are you not supposed to know the jobs that are reserved for Liberians? Are you not supposed to prioritize Liberians and protect Liberians, especially when it comes to certain job descriptions? But you had justified, even though you asked for 2 weeks, you had justified that you inherited a system that did not in any way describe the work or the job that was to be done. So you just gave out, permits to foreign national without knowing, maybe they're going to be a chef, or you would say cook in a simple Liberian way, or maybe they are to be a chauffeur or a driver. Maybe they are to be janitor. You did not do due diligence to have gone beyond just the regular surface to understand exactly the people you are giving these 8,000 job permits to or work permits to. What are they coming to do? What kind of job they're going to do? Okay, Alexa is from India, for example, and Alexa is here. So Alexa is given, a work permit. You don't care about what Alexa will be doing, what her job description, if she's going to be, hauling water, let's put it that way, or cooking for the people or sweeping. You didn't do anything to understand exactly. So if you are telling us you inherited a system that does not do what it is supposed to do, now you're a rescue mission minister. So you should know that your president talked about restructuring some of the systems, right? Your president talked about restructuring some of the systems we have in Liberia, and the fact that you have been minister for a year and few months, isn't that something you should have worked on? If that was a problem, if that was a hindrance, isn't that something you should have worked on in order to protect Liberians, in order to protect jobs that are reserved for Liberians legally? That's a question for you, Mr. Minister. Now that you've already given out, you've already issued, these permits to different people who are not Liberians, where is the priority? Now I understand. On different occasions, we've had complaints, from Liberians, how they're treated badly by these foreign nationals who are business owners and who have different companies here in Liberia. And it doesn't even go far, because the Minister of Labor doesn't even know, to some extent. He doesn't prioritize Liberians to some extent. So maybe in his mind, he will be saying, that job will finish giving the people permits, so you're not even supposed to be there. So the fact that you're there about doing you all kind of way because they won't bring their own people. That could be something else. That could be something else. So I do not understand exactly where we are headed, because this is not supposed to be happening. This is not supposed to be discussed, not even on our platform, not even on any other platform. Why? Because the people we have in government, they know exactly what they preached, but are they doing what they preached? No. This is a clear contradiction, though. This is a clear contradiction. So how is this going to be sorted out? How is the minister going to work on that? Other than you saying, oh, the system is like this, you've already given out permits. And you have Liberians struggling for jobs. You have Liberians who are capable. Not that some of them are lazy. No, some of them want to work. But if you've already given out permits to people who will come to Liberia from India, from Lebanon, from all the different countries. From
Non-Liberians.
Non-Liberians.
Mhm.
They will get to Liberia. They're going to be drivers. They're going to be, cooks. They're going to do what the work.
So many people go to the companies and they are just sitting down.
They're not doing anything.
Nothing they're doing.
They're just there.
The Liberian workers are there doing the heavy weight lifting.
Exactly.
They sleep in the decent houses.
Exactly.
They get the fast salaries. They drive in the air conditioned vehicles while Liberians are in the pickup butt.
Exactly.
The tractor bucket. That's where they are. And you giving them 8,000 of the stuff.
So for me, I'm trying to understand, right? Because Oliver, if you're going to tell me Oliver is educated, if you're going to tell me Oliver understands, for example, how to run a ministry.
These are the people who came to rescue the country.
Exactly.
That is the point.
Oliver is knowledgeable. Oliver is going to change the system, and Oliver is here, but you are yet to see the system change. So didn't you lie to Liberians? That would be a lie.
Not only lie.
That's a lie.
These people are killing Liberians, Alexa. There are more people who are frustrated.
Lies lead to death.
That's what they're doing.
100%. Because you have Liberians. Imagine some of the people will be working. They're factory workers. They're operating machines where they don't even have protective gear on.
Oh, yes.
And they're Liberians.
They're not sleeping anywhere good.
They're not sleeping anywhere. They don't have bathrooms.
You bring the foreigners and put them in Google structures.
They don't have water to even drink, like clean water
because
to even drink.
Your rescue government people who came to rescue the country choose to prioritize giving foreigners 8,000 of our jobs.
Liberians.
When their own green people who wore green t-shirt in poo water in this country are suffering. No jobs.
This is wrong.
Walk the street of Monrovia, you see people faces frown up.
This is wrong.
Walk around the street of Monrovia. Parents calculating every day. Into the radio, I'm going to speak what their life is all about. And that's how people go to bed in this country. They lay on the bed, their head on the pillow.
You can't sleep.
They can't sleep. They are calculating. All the Liberian people now, all of our citizens now are calculators. All the citizens have turned to calculators. I got 400 LD in my pocket.
On your fingers.
Yeah,
like
400 LD in the pocket. Okay, we'll buy one cover, right? Then we'll buy Bonnie. Bonnie not 50 this now. Bonnie at 150. Okay, 150 my favorite. Oh, the children will go to school. My children's school fee at 300. Oh, but at 450 we'll get.
Just
no water in the, but no cover in the meter. Liberians are living like this. They are confused. Everybody calculating right now in the country. No one sleep. These days, people live in a situation where by the time somebody just pass around the hospital, people are already on their alert because people ain't sleeping. People ain't sleeping in the country anymore. The citizens are worried. They are confused. They are suffering. They are going through hell. You have opportunity to give 8,000 jobs. Work permit. A rescue government. You cannot go to this company and tell them to make available the jobs. You should see the jobs. Know the kind of jobs. And all the drivers and things, and tell us, look, we do not need Turkish men to drive on a road from Grand Cayman County to Monrovia.
For a Liberian person.
We do not need a Turkish citizen to drive from Buchanan to River Cess. We do not need a Turkish man to be a carpenter. There are several carpenters in this country. Liberians are dying on a daily basis. Everybody tell the calculator. They think I'm talking unless if people out there can't attest to it. If they're not attesting to it, don't believe me anywhere. As I'm saying this thing, there are people who listen and they know what I'm talking. And that's how it has reached to the point where people even at $10 US, they can't even make decision on that money in the night.
You have too many troubles. You're thinking what to use, what for.
There are a lot of problems. You want to buy food, you want to do the one, you want to do medicine,
transportation.
At the end of the day, the man will leave thinking until God will just help him, just bring small sleep, carry him, go to bed. Nothing will make me say that man just wake up again. By the time he wake up, he's not going to sleep again. He will not go to sleep again. He will keep thinking until maybe around 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. So when a smallest sleep will just kind of get and grab him one more time. Before the mechanic say around 8, 9 o'clock, maybe the children are going to school to start causing noise. He wakes up. He's confused. Stress killing people every day. People going through stuff. The country terrible. People are going through hardship, real tough times. Your so-called rescue government that came to liberate the Liberian people, distributing 8,000 job permits to foreigners who will be paid between 3,000 upwards US dollars. When the kind of jobs they are coming to do in this country are jobs being done by Liberians who are being paid peanuts. You go to the companies, the Liberian workers will be sleeping in one big long hall. Or 10 of them will use one bathroom. Or 20 Liberian workers will be assigned to one bathroom. The Turkish men will come, maybe if they're sharing bathroom, maybe that two person to one. They will live in the best bungalows. Air-conditioned vehicles will take them to the job site and bring them back while the Liberian workers are in the tractor. And Corporal Kra, whose daughter is at the Ministry of State,
they're making fun.
Deputy Minister for administration, she said she sat down on one cash reloaded. A show dominated by government officials who are stealing money and enriching themselves.
You want to intellectual last suffering.
The people suffering. The people suffering. Your pa giving jobs, and you listen to all stuff. I know most of you will not listen because you don't want to be disregarded. But you listen to her tell her pa is distributing the jobs that you're supposed to have to foreigners, and she's telling you you are not hungry. For the entire government to pack themselves from their offices and go sit down on a radio platform and tell you, say, no, you're not hungry. We are doing well. You guys are not hungry. It's a slap in your face. But back to the conversation. Is this what the rescue agenda was all about?
Is this the menu of a rescue mission?
Is this the interpretation of what rescue is? That you will give 8,000 jobs, 8,000 job permits with no specification, nothing. Why are these people taking Liberians to be foolish? Why is this government exploiting the patience of the Liberian people? Liberians have demonstrated the highest level of tolerance to any government imposed on Liberia. To this government than any government. The level of tolerance, patience, and respect the Liberian people have shown to this United Party Joe Barker government, they have never shown that to any administration in the history of our country imposed on Liberia. Take my word for it. This government had 2 speakers operating in this country. The country people didn't do nothing. The government took $8 million US of our country money and built out a commercial bank that financed them for the campaign. Nobody protested. This government did not come to power. Sylvester Grisby went to work and told NASCOM to give him 500,000 so you back up for President Barker, president-elect. The country in the country, he didn't do nothing about it. He didn't do anything about it. Why don't you see what we'll go do one smaller way in one county and come out and say they spend 600,000, the other 1,000. Nobody doing anything about the corruption permeating the corridors. Today there is a conversation about $48 million that cannot be located. Nobody is talking about it. Nobody protesting. The people have managed to be so calm, so patient, so tolerant to this government. But I think the government is exploiting their tolerance. You are hurting the people. Sometimes when you hurt people, sometimes they don't come back fighting you. They sit there and look at you. Not that they don't want to fight you, not that they don't want to confront you, but they are disappointed in such a way that they just leave you go. The silence of the Liberian people should not be misunderstood for their weakness. For some of them, they are just disappointed that after all of the bragging, after all of the big mouth, after all of the charade you made, that in less than 15 months you show your true colors. All of you getting fat jetted when they post salt on Maggie. All of you getting fat jetted when they post salt on Maggie. You go see the other minister face if a rampant jetted when you put something in salt. And you go sit on one platform, you say the Liberian people enjoying. You're making fun out of them. 8,000 jobs. When the children graduating from university here every day, unless if we were not having talk show, that what degree what we got?
We just
we laying down with you. If we never had a talk show to come on every day, we laying down. We got no job in the country. Then your labor minister took 8,000 work permit and go give it out. The senator then call him. Why you not getting specification in the job permit and what you giving out? When Liberians want job and you're giving job permit to foreigners, Liberian citizen can use work permit because our country we can work here. We need work permit to work here. A Liberian citizen you need work permit to work here because you are a citizen, you are a resident, you are entitled to the country, you are entitled to work. You need work permit. The foreigners don't need it. So you get 8,000 work permit to foreigners with no specification. Then they go ask you, say that how we met it.
That's the news.
Assuming that's how you met it.
You can change that.
You came to rescue. Those are some of the things that the people voted against. So if that's how you met it, a part of the reason why Georgia was flocked. A rescue soldier will change it. And you go talk about how you met it. Do you know how many people are confused in this town? Unless I dare you, I dare anybody out there. Take your card. Take your microphone. Don't do the microphone anymore because you do it, you'll keep exposing the government every day. Go down Johnson Street, Johnson and Broad Street. Go down near the Access Bank area where the people can stay and look for car. Look in the faces of Liberians, you'll see suffering, you'll see hunger. When you look in the faces of Liberians, some of them will be reading depression. When you look in the faces of some Liberians, some of them you look in their faces, you'll see, I will soon die. Those are things you'll see written in the faces of Liberians when you look in their faces. That's how the country is terrible. That's how the country is hard. That's how things are tough. In the midst of these difficulties, you are giving 8,000 jobs to non-Liberians with no specification. Nothing. And some cash gobblers will go assemble on one platform and say, we are here to talk about the truth. What is the truth? You are selling the country jobs. People are jobless. You're giving permits to Turkish citizens to come here and be cook. They don't even cook. They sit down in the places. Go to Cape Man, you see those guys sitting in the boats, Alexa, they're riding on the sea.
Of course.
They're living life of luxury.
Of course, a lot of them.
They're living life of luxury. They come here with a work permit to be cooked. They're not cooking. The real Liberians are there in the mines. They're going underground. The white guys with the white permit who's going to be doing the job, they set up. The Liberian guys go underground. They go do underground mining. They go do repair equipment underground. And the white guys and the different foreign nationals, they are in the safe area. They drink the cold water. They drink all of the different. They have access to the real luxury. Liberians are being paid $200-$300, $100, $150, $200-$300. They bring the so-called foreign experts here who do not even look. I said this to you, Alexa. There are companies that I know. The Liberian people know how to work with a machine good.
More.
There's some of the foreign white people then who they can bring. Some of the Liberians workers are the ones who can even teach the foreign men how to operate the machines. Your country's suffering. Your country ain't got a job. The citizens are suffering on a daily basis. They go to the churches offering basket can't even fill. They go to their schools to pay the children's school fees. Some of the schools now get 100 installment. And let's ask some of the school now get 100 installment. That how they divided the school fees. 100 installment. Oh, still, parents still struggling to pay school fees. In the midst of all of these challenges, in the midst of these difficulties, you're taking 8,000 jobs that's supposed to go to Liberians. A rescue government will want to know what kind of job Hassan Vuzin come and do for which he came from Lebanon. Elisa? What are the names? I don't know the foreign names. But if they are coming, if Xinjiang is coming from China, if Shaolin Lin coming from China and he applying for a work permit, the rescue government will want to know what kind of job you coming to do in Liberia before issuing the permit. Your labor minister go and give 8,000 permit. He said he did not include the kind of job the people come and do because the former government, the system where they build, they not leave it there. Oh,
Are you not?
that now you using former government system? You rescue men. You are supposed to end it and say, look, this is what we came to rescue. We'll close it. Henceforth, when we issue permit here, we will want to know what kind of job Yao Ling can do from China. We want to know what kind of job he coming to do from China. If Sidiki Traore coming from Burkina Faso to come do, for white permit, we want to know what kind of job he coming to do here. Carpenter? Oh, we not get carpenters. Traore, I think you come from Burkina Faso for? No. I mean, you know what? Come on. Our jobs, at least our brothers from West Africa is reasonable a little bit. But people want to come away China to come be cook in Liberia. This is supposed to be the rescue government. Hello, this is supposed to be the government that was supposed to take Liberians from poverty. Interestingly, 8,000 jobs. Now, let me tell you, when one Liberian is employed, what can happen? And let's say one salary in this country, they tell Liberia normal. Right now, Liberia not normal. They tell Liberia okay. One salary in this country had 10 person living on it. Listen to me very well. They tell the country okay. When one person gets salary or when one person gets business, that 10 person living on that business, that 10 person living on that salary. That's how the country is. When you get 8,000 work permit, that 8,000 jobs leaving Liberians. So 8,000 jobs that Liberians should have had that were leaving Liberians to go to foreigners. When the foreigners take pay, they go to Western Union, they send the money back to the countries where they come from. And we are asking why Liberia is hard, why the country poor, why the citizens are suffering. When your rescue government minister of labor is giving out all of our work permits to foreigners, and yet you still sit down there with your green t-shirt hanging in your room, and you still holding it as a souvenir and thinking that you are about to be rescued, thinking that rescue day is ahead. They're stealing the money of the country. They are breaking the laws of the country. And the jobs are supposed to give you small income to start building your family lives. They are giving it to foreigners. The Minister of Labor, to a greater extent, he's not wrong. He learned it from President Bouaka. And I said that from the beginning of the show, Alexa. When we needed a sports ambassador, to be responsible for sports. President Bouaka saw all the footballers in the country. All of them. He said none of them was qualified to preside over sports in this country. He went for a Senegalese to put him in charge of sports in this country. Now coach for one team. Now I say, man, I coach for, but the man he's responsible for sports development. This Senegalese is responsible to develop sports in the country. So why do you think the labor minister will now go and bring and get 8,000 jobs to foreigners? Because he learned it from the president. The president himself, he didn't value Liberian footballers. And if you want to play for Liberia and you get a chance to play for another country, maybe you have you will be right if you choose to play for another country, because when you retire, the President Bouaka is certain maybe the next president or the next president to come in the future may do the same thing because he has started it. And that's why the labor minister is doing. Look at how terrible that is. Go to the companies, go to the villages in the counties where these companies are having their operations. See how Liberians who are fortunate to get the small peanut jobs, see how they are suffering, see how they go through difficulties on a daily basis to survive. In the wake of all of these challenges, you are going to find 8,000 job opportunity for foreigners. Rescue government. This is supposed to be a rescue government. The thing can hurt. This thing is painful. This thing is painful. When you walk around in the different communities, especially the slums, when you look at the faces of Liberians, when you see how mothers are crying on a daily basis to find food for their kids to eat, when you see how people graduated from university, they are sitting home with no hope of continuing their education, no hope of having jobs to start surviving on the first degree, no hope for anything. They are hopeless. Hopelessness is the order of the day in this country. Liberians no longer know what will happen in the future from a positive perspective. That's how the folks in this country are so destituted. That's to what extent their lives are getting deplorable by the day. A government is in power under the so-called canopy of a rescue agenda. A government that is supposed to ensure that life in abundance and opportunities will be provided to citizens. One small opportunity is provided, you're giving 8,000 of it out. The great United States of America, Donald Trump, is putting America first. He's deporting people from the U.S. He's deporting people from the U.S. When you are not a legal resident, he's asking you to leave the United States because he want to preserve the little jobs in the U.S. for those who are legally situated and the citizens of the United States. As rich as America is, they're activating the law of self-preservation. A poor, rustic country like Liberia, where the resources are being stolen and misapplied for the use of a select few group of individuals who will later on become so arrogant in their actions. Instead of giving the opportunity to Liberians who deserve it to the letter, you sit there and you're giving 8,000 of our jobs to foreigners. Is this the rescue? When you were campaigning and causing jobs reappearance in this country, was it the kind of country you were preparing? When you train your soldiers, your foot soldiers, when you get bored naked guns and all rebels to threaten the peace of the country, that if Joe Barker had not won, we would have ran to war. When you made Abiy Kromane and the rest of the people to start installing fear in the Liberian people, where your quote unquote protecting vote will protect vote. If we don't win, that will be the end of Liberia. So you were threatening the peace of this country to give our jobs to foreigners, rescue mission. Is that what you were doing? Oh, so that the reason you were threatening the peace of the country, right? So you were threatening to bring war. Have you not won the election? To give the small jobs opportunity that will be determined to give it to foreigners? Oh, that for the thing you're causing, that thing you're training people on Facebook to be insulting a sitting president, that for the thing every single day you guys were insulting daily. Oh, that for the reason? I mean, this is heartlessness. This is cruelty. No, this one is not politics. This is wickedness. This is no different from being a witch or wizard. It is an art of witchcraft. And be honest. You drive in your big vehicles, and I didn't want to buy 100,000 cars. The president won't buy you in 1.3 million. That didn't want to buy 100,000 ministerial jeeps. You drive in your jeeps. You are in your air-conditioned cars behind your tinted windshields. You look in the faces of Liberians living in abject poverty. You see anger. You see distress. You see frustration in the faces of Liberians while you drive in your bulletproof cars, your bulletproof ministerial vehicles. You see how the people are suffering. You see how the markets are poor. How marketeers are complaining daily. You see how the economy is stagnated. Yet and still you take jobs that should go to Liberians. You take 8,000 white permit and give it to foreigners. How can we be wicked to ourselves like this? How? How can we do that? Copper Crow, how can we do that? Your daughter went to the Ministry of State. Colonel Kratoba, your daughter went to the Ministry of State and dismissed 800 Liberians from the Ministry of State because she said they got appointed Honor Jawia. This means 800 Liberians from the Ministry of State. Then you apply at the Ministry of Labor, you get 8,000 foreigners job. Hello? What did Labimbo do? What did Labimbo do to you? That you can forgive them. You're treating the wicked at this. The daughter went and put 800 human beings down. The father and get 8,000 work permit to foreigners. The daughter put 800 Liberian people down. Take the pot on the fire and whistle. The pot went and take pot and put it on the fire for 8,000 foreigners. What did we do to the crowd from the Cooper crowd, Corina crowd, Unity Party, Rescue Mission? What did we do to y'all? I'll submit to Alexa, who will wrap up, then we'll go to the lines. But there is one thing I want to say. The disappointment, I know I'm disappointed because the kind of big you made during the campaign, Alexa, one would have thought that by this time the country is going to be, fought. I mean, the country, by this time we thought the country would have been without fault, without, hindrances and problems. One would have thought that the negatives would be lesser. One would have thought that your excesses would not be more than your gains. Unfortunately, you are messing up the system. Unfortunately, you are disappointing not only those of us who did not believe in you, but even the very people who voted for you. And that's why I'm saying it in low tone. You are disappointing not only those of us who did not trust you, but you are disappointing the very people who voted for you. The very Liberians, independent Liberians, real sound-minded Liberians who say, okay, you know why? This CDC pro agenda, we've seen it. We've seen George Weah declare free tuition. We've seen George Weah build pro housing unit for the people. We've seen George Weah declare free wise payment. We've seen him do 14 military hospital. We've seen him do the Emory Hospital. We see him starting the road from Banga towards Lofa. We see him doing from Ganta to Sacre Pier towards Tapeta. We have seen George Weah take the road from Ganta to Sanikwele all the way to Logatua border. He has done the Banga Broad Street Road. I mean, he's doing the Riverside Court. He's doing this. He's doing that. The Buchanan Fairground Road. We see George Weah do all of these things. But there is a group of people who are preaching an agenda called rescue. An agenda that seeks to have all of our problems, solved. Let's give them a trial. These are critical independent Liberians who made those analyses. Not on the basis of whatever, but they felt that, okay, we've seen all of what George Weah could have done for this country. Let's go and give it a try. Let's see what this agenda is going to bring. They went and voted. Some of them, you did not even give them t-shirts. They bought their own green t-shirts. They went and voted. They printed their own green paraphernalia. They became pro-washers. They threatened their family members. They were ready to fight war. Some of them were even prepared to hold guns. Had the Unity Party lost that election, they were prepared to go to civil war. Some of them, they were prepared. Today, a good portion of them are disappointed. They are disappointed. You make them shame. You make people laugh at them in the communities. A good portion of your followers, you make people make caricature of them. They've become laughing stock in their communities. They don't have faces anymore to speak about their government. In less than 15 months, you have ruined your own image. You've become so divisive. You're running the country on party line. You're breaking all of the laws of the country. You are stealing abundantly. You are doing the things you said you wouldn't have done. You are flying private jets more than the George Weah himself. You are building a $10 million property in Foya, Lofa County. You are building another one in Broadville. You're riding a $1.2 million United States dollars worth of bulletproof vehicle made in Dubai. Your ministers are driving either $100,000 or $90,000 car. Oh yes, corruption is at the highest. Rostolen Swakugo Dennis told us that she was giving $2 million, $1 million, plenty million Liberian dollars to Unity Party for their women programs. Government money she was giving it to Unity Party. The country is loose. Misappropriation on the increase. corruption on the increase. And these things are not happening while the people are okay. These things are happening when the people are suffering. The bread and butter issues remain unresolved. In the midst of it all, you are deeply entrenched in your arrogance, and you are defending the wrongs you are doing. To the extent you open a radio talk show to go and defend and make mockery out of the Liberian people. Today, sadly, you took 8,000 jobs opportunity and punch it in the hands of foreigners. But you will come back and go to the Liberian people and tell them to think Liberia, to love Liberia, to build Liberia, when you take Liberians' job and give it to foreigners. But you'll come back and sing rhetoric to them. You will tell them to think, love, and build Liberia when you're giving their jobs to foreigners. But I'm not going to say more because we are done. I'm submitting to you, Alexa. And after which, we'll go to our people and let's hear them. But when I used to say, your country, my country, our country is in trouble, I was never joking. This is what I was thinking about.
Just wow. You know, when I don't know if that's a part in the Bible, but usually you will listen to Christians, say these things when they're just referencing some of their preacher men. And they'll say, don't do what I do, but do what I say. Right? Okay. Christians usually say this phrase. And I'm saying this to take us back to 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when we had Joseph Boakai, who is Liberia's president today. When we had Jeremiah Cone, who is today's vice president. When we had all the people who are ministers, directors, assistant ministers. When we had them, and the most recent one would be 2023, when we had the general elections in Liberia, all of them got together and they had different messages. And most of the messages, or more of the messages, shared across Liberia to Liberians. Those messages were basically saying, George Weah did not do what he was supposed to do. George Weah did not do what you elected him to do. So when we get here, we will do better. When we get here, we will change every system. According to them, we have broken systems in Liberia, so there would have been restructures. Joseph Boakai said that when he appeared on 50-50. And that was in relations to salary, especially talking about places where you had few people. George Weah increased the number of people. And across every other sector, he had talked about restructuring the systems. And I'm sure that includes creating jobs, creating opportunities for Liberians to thrive. Those were the beautiful messages, beautiful speeches. And Liberians listened. Liberians voted. And Liberians implored even the Minister of Labor today, who was appointed by the president, confirmed by the national legislature or whoever, he became minister. And it's because of Liberians. So Liberians implored him. He works for Liberians. He is paid by Liberians. Yet, he cannot do what he is supposed to do to protect the jobs of Liberians. But he is there saying he inherited a system that did not show jobs descriptions, or did not even, just say what jobs non-Liberians would have gotten. He just gave 8,000 job permits. When we have Liberians struggling on a daily basis, the struggles people are going through in Liberia, those struggles are practical. Those struggles are physical, psychological, emotional. But then we have people who claim to be ministers, who claim to be rescue missionaries. They sit on Facebook on a daily basis and mock Liberians. They sit on different platforms. They've become talk show hosts to some extent now because they want to intellectualize the suffering the masses will experience daily. Can you intellectualize the fact that Alabama market is not bad for me since today? No, that cannot work. You only say that to make yourself feel happy. You only say that to make your team feel happy because you want to prove a point. You cannot tell the lady in the market who is being seated for hours without getting a customer that Liberia is better, Liberia is thriving, and everyone is satisfied. You will be wicked to even say that. At the end of the day, these people are a walking contradiction. There's no other way to say it. You lied to Liberians. Your lies are making Liberians to die. Your lies are making Liberians to suffer, because when a person suffers and a person can no longer take in any of those sufferings, that person might die. You think what is the reason you will have someone to walk on the street and the person will just faint? You think because a person get fainting sickness? No. People are going through it. People are suffering. But then you have a rescue mission. You have a rescue government that continues to say Liberians are not suffering. Liberians are enjoying the government. But then if you go to the marketplaces, you go to the streets, Liberians are telling you something else, because people are experiencing difficulties on a daily basis. You cannot tell me as a minister that all Liberians are suffering, but then you have people who are Liberians saying we're suffering. Is that not wickedness? That is wickedness. You're educated. You understand different systems. You understand how government works. Are you not supposed to do what you have promised to do? That's exactly, we should not even be here discussing this, Oliver. No, because you said the people we had in government, they did not do what they were supposed to do. You have children who are out of school. You have children who do not eat on a daily basis. You even have parents, not because all of them do not call, so you think on the radio, so you think that Liberia is okay. People do not eat. And I'm saying this based on what Liberians are saying. Ordinary Liberians are saying they do not eat. Some of them, their kids are out of school. So is this not something to worry about? Is this not something to work on? But then you're all on Facebook. You've become comedians. You've become bloggers. You're all on the social media telling Liberians the people in lying, Liberians are suffering. Are you okay? That means you're wicked. That means you're insensitive. That means you do not understand exactly what Liberians are going through. That means you lied your way to power. And now you have the different positions. You are not doing anything to change the lives of people. Where is the transformation? Okay. Oliver talked about love Liberia, build Liberia, and do whatever with Liberia. That was one of the phrases we couldn't get enough of. Every day you will listen to that from Mr. Boakai. You will listen to that from his supporters. You will listen to that from his followers who are now ministers. Are you now loving Liberia? Are you building Liberia? That should be a question for you. If you're loving Liberia, why are you giving Liberian jobs to different people? Why are you not doing due diligence to know exactly what job is reserved for Liberians and what job is not reserved? How do you call that loving Liberia? That was a cliche. And today it is still a cliche, like the rescue mission. It is. Because everywhere you go, rescue mission, we've come to rescue Liberia. Are you rescuing Liberia? Are you rescuing Liberians? Or are you rescuing your pockets? All of you have already been rescued. All of you have already been rescued. Mr. Boakai is the number one person who has been rescued. Number one, he no longer understands the cries of Liberians. When he will say Liberians are suffering, Today, Liberians are not suffering because Mr. Bouaka himself has been rescued. He's rescued number one, by the way.
Okay.
His ministers are rescuing themselves. When you have people who are supposed to tell you Liberians are suffering, yet they're educated, but they've become tools to insult people. And then you call this a rescue mission. What will happen to Liberians? What will happen to Liberia? What exactly will happen? You had to let go of thousands of Liberians who were civil servants. Why? Because maybe they were employed when George Weah was president. Yet your labor minister is saying he inherited a system that did not clearly tell him. You've been here for a year, some months. So all of you already have a gang, and that gang, you have a slogan, and that slogan is rescuing ourselves, not rescuing Liberians. And this is really sad. I hope Liberians will rise to the occasion, because we can't continue to talk all again. You were talking as well, but what happens after all the talks? Are you going to stand up for yourselves, or are you going to be there and be treated as people who are not humans? So Liberians should get together. Seriously, there's a need for collaboration. There's a need for alliance.
Okay.
To confront this government that promised to rescue you, but then they are not fulfilling the promise to you. But it is really a sad moment to live in Liberia. Seriously.
Crime Stoppers Liberia is our sponsor. When we return, we go to the lines and talk to you, the Liberian people. Sad it is, and sad it will get. The prediction is nothing will change. Let's take a break to be right back.
From the center to interior, keeping us safe, let's
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self-opening, Homeland Sensei.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us.
Okay, all right. So welcome back to the program, Freedom Hub. We are not laughing at you people here, my dear. One rescue supporter send us a message. Should we call his name?
No.
Okay. He sent us a message. He said
he is going through hell, but he can't say it openly.
He said
it's not easy.
He said, Oliver, we ashamed. I mean, he's our friend though, but
oh my god.
And President Bala appointed him. Talking. The security man comes and checking my phone to know who talking to me. Forget it. Remember, I talking my covert number. You don't even get it. I dare you. But I mean, he was clear. He said, in fact, the man said, I think when you're talking, making me fed. No. I'll work with that ministry and go deal with it, man. The one that I say is helping him is why should the man say he met a sister there when they came to rescue it. But call us on 086 500 104, 0776 104 104 are all numbers to join the conversation. My name is Kai. I'm here. We will go to the line shortly. And see if we can give some people some money. That's what we will commit ourselves to doing right here. But until then, the numbers are 086 500 104, 0776 104 104 are the numbers to join the conversation on 87.9. Plus 231 86 500 104 is the number for those of you, our international callers. Call us and let's have your input on the conversation. Liberia is in trouble. The country is bleeding. I'm thinking, when will they think Liberia? When will they love Liberia? When will they start to build Liberia? This person, hello, how are you? How you doing? Hello? Oh my God, we lost that person. Hello, how are you?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, how are you, ma'am?
Yeah, patient calling from Dubo.
Madam Patient Gray, let's hear you from Tupa Road. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the issue came, they come out with the okay. Yo, saying that blah blah listen to it. Say okay, get lie, let's not get lie, it get lie, yeah. And I say, that drop them, they give me the foreign of the world because they love in the own country.
Yeah, what kind of job do we do when you're giving 8,000 job opportunity to foreigners?
Well, because it's citizen.
Yeah. But we leave you right there. We'll leave you. Let's talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How you doing? Quickly. No time.
Good evening, sir. Yeah.
Good evening.
I concern try to the young country people living like a slave. And where we former corrupt them, right? For more than 5 years as contractor, travel, I'm making 160. I say I get better with that. So it's a long-term process thing.
Okay. Okay. All right, brother. Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Thank you. Let's go to the international line and talk to this person. Hello, sir. How you doing?
Okay. Hello, sir. This is Ali Masadi from Baltimore, Maryland, US.
Go ahead, Ali. Let's hear you, sir.
Thank you, guys, for the show. Yeah, to the issue when it comes to this, giving permit to people. There, as you said, today when you go to Great Kidman County, King Jordan, I know of. Okay, you will see they will bring the Turkish people. When they bring the Turkish, the Liberians are the one that will teach them how to use the drill machine. The Liberians are the one teaching them how to use the ABT truck, how to drive it up the mine to bring the mineral all the way to the processing plant. At the end of the day, these Liberians are there making 400, 500, and you get these people making 6,000 to 7,000 every month, and giving them like $1,000 for allowance, their money allowance. So these are some of the things we expect this government to change, because today I know people in Kinjol they voted for this government and they say, oh, George, we have time, we something the expert are even more than the Liberians. But today when you go, the expert are times 3 than the Liberians. So these are some of the things. Thank you guys for the show, man.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll leave you right there, my dear brother from the US. Let's talk to this person from Liberia. Go ahead, quickly, no time.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. Good afternoon. Good evening.
Good evening. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening to you, my friend Alexia.
Hello.
Oh my God. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
If you get there on your land, you not on your land, when you go directly to the personal land,
go ahead, man. Sisi, let's hear you.
No, don't say go ahead. Them boys are digital. Not for a personal land. You can't say go ahead. Why talking a message on the platform?
Go ahead, man.
That's the issue. Issues. And that's a holiday, mama.
I'm okay.
So the issue, no. They may talking about no crowd can't who not crowd. What are you talking about? No, they want to America. You go there in America. You understand? So what do you expect? What do you expect them to do? They fucking don't steal, destroy, and kill. You know, people who are telling them, they say we are a bad person. They were singing somewhere right? But eat their food, we will wear their food, we will go for a block, you go for a block, and you cry. No, people are blood, all the point the country. Bring all the day block. Don't listen. Bring the people back. You want KK, you want CC. I said if I will. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Man, CC is from Claratown. We leave it right there. Let's go and talk to this other person who is on line 1. Go ahead. 1 minute. How you doing? Good afternoon, my dear brother. Let's hear you, sir, quickly. Oh, you. Ghana City Brother Steve Factory. Okay, go ahead. You don't want your name to be called. Let's hear you, sir.
They're working here, and some of them making $105. But the ministry here, 2 months ago, they said
the same Ministry of Labor.
Yeah. And they were represented by Charles Brown was here.
Yeah.
When the mission caught 1 hour, I was paying into pieces.
That child Brown used to be singing Joey I go. Like he don't want. I know him.
Instead of making 105, by the way, just making 150. So the 4 years, for the father after 3 years, they pay $105. and they in a minute like they're making $1,400.
Okay. And at the same job you're doing.
And the same job, and promote the job money, $4,500, and we're making $1,500. But the key is being the set of people want to say this. And one of the 45 is there 14 or if you 15 years to come next year. Or 10 years, they come with that and make you one more. They get you the small, they don't get anything in front of you. So I get time. The second child working in the second or brass, who told Richie, so they may not know the job or another job or making money off. You know child right there?
No. No.
You're not saying don't see the community, what you're coming to, you're coming back here, right?
You are joking. You are joking. You lying on the minister.
I'm telling you, right in front of me. You see you, don't give him more money. In front of me.
Moment. The next on the minute go there, you must secretly recording.
The reason why I know because or can't because I'm working for here.
My man, you're child, you put money together, you buy one camera phone, so on the phone, you're hiding somewhere. Anytime they're doing bad thing, you're recording and send it to all. Okay, thank you. We leave it right there. Let's talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How you doing? Quickly. Good evening, my dear brother. Let's hear you. The government, the rescue government giving 8,000 work permit to foreigners who can't take the job when Liberian people suffering. What do you say?
Okay, thank you so much. That's why I just got to clear my own down. And Mr. Alfonso Myers, according for Riyadh.
Go ahead, sir.
Government go, government come.
Anyone here today?
A government say another government, why not go for you and you come? What should you do? Change that position to another level.
That's right.
The level that will change the citizen mind peacefully, lovable. That's why you are coming out to take over.
Good.
But you can be the government that will come to bring peace in the citizen mind or in the citizen eyes or in the father eyes or in the mother eyes all the time. 1, 2, and set it to our Liberian lawmaker. Liberian lawmakers, they are causing stress for us in the country. But brother, what I'm telling you now, if you leave your studio, just taking a 1 hour or and go in the community. A lot of areas are taking over this country now. A lot of areas.
But you saying the thing that the labor minister giving 8,000 work permit. You think 8,000 a small number?
So these people, they are the same government people. Whether it be a lawmaker, be a whosoever, whosoever, they are the same government people. They are the same government causing the trouble.
Okay.
We can only see the so they're the president, but the lawmakers, they are the worst people. They are the worst people in this country that are causing the trouble in this country.
And so the president is the head of the executive. Under our law, that the executive can implement all the laws. So if the minister go get the permit, but that's why the senators are calling the minister and telling him, say, that permit what you get, you got to go for A. The senators are calling him to go for A. So under a country where the president is not in support, by this time the president should be calling Cooper Crime for suspension or something else. Something should be done.
It's wrong.
Yeah.
A year president did the thing for the minister. How you feel to your citizen and when you're too on the soil and say, oh, father, we don't like the other government. We love the government. Bring joy to us. Bring happiness to us. And you're taking that 6 years and put it back on your face. So their mind will go back on the person who the other umbrella before.
Okay.
That we should have been on the person umbrella. That time will come tomorrow. It might be changed. But we feel that if we come on this person umbrella, will be changed. But they are better ways.
Okay. Thank you.
Or maybe again, the person has a good mind for the citizen, but because of the follower being kind of problem again.
But who put the follower there? Who put the follower there? The law said the president appoint you can work at his will and pleasure. So when you're doing fully now, the president see you, he won't move you, and the president like it. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. We had you on the line for a long time. Let's talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How you doing?
Thank you, Kai. I'm good. You official school president for the Liberian State movement.
Go ahead, brother.
Let me say to say Eleza.
Mm-hmm.
Kai, we are kind of like worried go and people stay there to why
You will still alright, Keke. Job where the citizens all get your Minister of Labor, if you giving 8,000 permits. So why don't the foreigner if you taking all the BB job before librarian get job?
And let me tell you, I'm a professional mechanic driver. I do mechanic guided from what go Salvation Army, not the first street.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it from there. I'm a mechanic. And I'm also a professional driver.
You see that?
Yeah, but I'm talking about myself. The Liberian people, more people don't have job. The more I lay in the house, they go on the street every day to do a job. There is no job. We're talking about 8,000 jobs. Getting to foreigner and India giving us small money. Yeah. No, 1,000, 2,000, all they want it.
Yeah.
So when they talking to me to Liberian,
and a driver, carpenter, cook, funny thing job they come and do.
Hey, wrong. We got cook there, we got carpenter there, yeah.
That's what it is.
Job. See that kind of rescue guy good things. You see how they can be enjoy the people, but what they are doing now, I mean, there are different things they are doing. Because you can be enjoy the people and they're doing things, helping the people. Why are people? You played the thing yesterday. Who are suffering when the market is saying it? You see, there's no job in Liberia. How you expecting people to survive?
Thank you.
Who's the country?
Thank you very much, my dear brother. We'll leave you right there. Let's talk to Hussein Kewu of the Unity Party. Hussein, go ahead. Let's hear you. Come defend the minister.
Thank you, dear brother, always for the opportunity. So I listen to you, Karen. First of all, let me say this and state for the record. Karen, getting a permit to a foreign national is not in violation of the law.
I did not say that.
Yeah, no, you didn't say so, right?
So what are you defending?
Yeah, no, I'm not defending. I'm just trying to provide clarity. So what become a violation of the law? When you have a job that is secure for Liberians, and you giving that job to foreign nationals.
So in this case, your Minister of Labor, Colonel Crown Toba Fado, gave 8,000 job permit when there are no specifications. You give it a blank check. So it means it meant take a blank work permit, he can go and become carpenter, he can go become cook. That's the alarm.
Right.
Was it right? Was it right too? You come and defend that one too?
It's absolutely wrong.
Okay.
Kind. I'm not going to be like our brother from the other side.
Go ahead.
We support the government, right? We support the government. We owe it to our country. Not to defend the wrong, but to provide clarity.
But you agree that Kopa was wrong to have given blank permits?
Yeah, so yes, it's kind. Thanks to the senator, who started directly on. Now he raised Senate contempt. If he cannot provide the right permit in clarity to the Liberian Senate, he raised Senate contempt. So that was excellent on the part of the Liberian Senate. So we wait for 2 weeks from now. He will provide all of the clarity. If the work that those foreigners are doing, if it belongs to Liberian, we will take the job from them and give it to Liberian. Then what I see what government does.
Okay, all right. We'll leave you right there. Let's talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How you doing?
Good evening, Oliver.
Good evening, my dear.
Yeah, let me say good evening to Alessa. This is Peter Lane. I'm calling from Congo Town.
Go ahead, my dear.
Oliver, let me say thanks for the show this evening. You see, I actually want to disagree with many people who always say that all the issues, the problem that we have in the country is the legislature. So, I mean, then why did we elect a president? Because I once sat on Mr. Gibbs in one of his lessons that he taught us in UMU. He said that the legislature is highly, at that time they were in opposition. So he used to take 15 minutes to discuss the government and then maybe the next 5 minutes or 10 minutes he used it for his lesson. He always says that the legislature is highly controlled by the executive. That is the president. So most of the things they do in there is being influenced by the president. Okay. This is why we see, even when it comes to the saga they have the few times on the speakership, you saw the saga the president took. That's the saga we have today. So nobody should come and tell us that things that happen in this country, it is because of the legislature. Yeah, we agree they also have their own problem, but let's look at the president. Do you know that the president has been putting attention to where monies are coming from in the country? All those various sectors, you see, Madam Swakuku, the one that he suspended, and then later on she came out and started to speak. The president knows that those places have money. So he put people there that he can control and instruct them to do what he himself can get money from out of it. So that is exactly what's happening. They came in power and said that they were doing illegal jobs, illegal money in the country. Aliens are doing a different job. And you came to power, you haven't investigated anything or to come up with any conclusion, but you rather going out giving work permit to thousands of people when Liberians are in need of jobs. Is that because you have a percentage on the people's salary? That's why you give them permits?
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
That is the fault for everything that is happening in this country. No one should take it out.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll leave you right there, my dear. Let's talk to this person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How you doing? Gola Fale, let's hear you, my brother.
Thank you. This is why it's in the state, the upper year, which is 8,000. The payments have been given to foreigners there. But that is the actual number. If you check that, all the other ones that have been given behind closed door is more than 15 to 20,000. But now, let me just tell this thing to the Liberian people. The best rescue for this country, it is 2029 to come. Because 2029 will be the redeemer to this country and to the citizens of this nation. If not, nothing you classify as a realist called rescue. Because these are failures and bunch of criminals. Because this guy, all of what they are doing, they know is ugly. How possible that you tell me that you give to rescue people and people call you to justify giving 8,000 weapons? You said these are things that we met in the system. When you met something in the system have been damaged according to you, but then you're not able to clean it out, then you come out to question the former government and whatsoever they did, then you tell it out there, you're doing the right thing. These are criminals. These from the head to the toe. So all of them, they are criminal, including their leaders.
We leave you right there. We leave you. We understand your emotions. Let's talk to the person. Go ahead. 1 minute. Good evening, my brother. Let's hear you. Mr. Fofana, let's hear you, Chief.
Yeah, Honorable Khan, Liberian people have put themselves in this problem. Why can't the use of criminals from Cameroon and we are come in talking while question? It's not going on. Why can't in followers we are working our country and we are here to without protesting, we are talking about July 17th. The total July 17th is for this government. This should be just not one thing. Everything should protect this government. Whether in followers are proceeding wrong. They are proceeding wrong. They are always every time on this. Whether in followers proceeding wrong. If I got George, we will come to the country. I know most of your country, they end of year, because of years coming back. I will tell them again, 2029, our president is coming back.
We leave you right there. Let's talk to the person. Go ahead. 1 minute. We still got few to take. Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Yeah, fine.
Go ahead, ma'am. You send the money back. You employ them. You mean a Liberian? Okay, man. Thank you. We leave you right there. Let's talk to the other person. The president of Liberia. Anyway, go ahead. Hello. Okay, we leave you. Let's talk to the other person. Hello. Go ahead. 1 minute. Good evening, Chief. Come again. Chikizu Fatre, go ahead. Chikizu Fatre, the Fatre with the new community rule. How far the rule? No. How will you say you're facing a rule on your own? Don't do that. The people facing a rule.
No, put it there by
you put it there by in the rule. Go ahead to the issue. Let's hear you.
Yeah, but you don't have to bear with it people because I already know. We continue talking in the question. Okra and dollar, what they come for plus the president who what is doing. But whatever they're doing tomorrow will be that day for them to go facing justice. Come on, we went to school and we graduated from college around at the report and we're sitting down in the president and don't get job. Okra is talking about selling jobs to foreigners. I don't know if that means a lot particular Okra men, typical or investing in that people.
Okay. Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Come on, cry for Nima Kante here, dollar. We'll talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How you doing?
Good evening. Okay.
No time. Let's hear you.
Thank you. Chelsea Maran Super Junior District 14.
They're giving all your work permit to foreigners, 8,000 or 8, no specification.
Yeah, the one that is pissing me off is that the minister is saying he doesn't know which belongs to Liberian, which one belongs to foreigners. And this is supposed to be a minister who is a lawyer.
Exactly.
So what I'm saying, even a common man who is a lawyer or who hasn't gone to school knows the kind of job that should be for Liberian and the kind of job that should be for foreigners. But then this is the kind of government that the Liberian people put upon themselves. We're going to see more of this kind of behavior in KOK. This government has shown in every perspective. So I think the only idea they have is to give jobs to foreigners, give them more tendency so those foreigners will come and work and then they can take money because the government has failed. There's no other way to provide jobs.
Okay.
But the unfortunate part is that KOK has a legal land. Listen to one of the callers saying that Charles Brown went to Teti and he was telling the people, Liberian, that are you not happy that these people are giving you jobs? You are yet demanding. That's quite unfortunate, to hear from the minister. I hope
He's the Inspector General of Labor.
Yeah, the Inspector General. That is unfortunate, If this is Inspector General for the Ministry of Labor saying such a thing, I know it. The minister probably can say more of that whenever
Thank you. Let's take the last caller. Etmo KK or visually impaired brother. Go ahead. You're the last man. In your show.
Yeah, thank you. Nature project that we see always talking about in Chile there, how we have supposed to putting the day in a row by themselves.
Oh yeah.
So we see we check there, you laugh also. So like I said, on how to nature project, you need to find one. That is the reason why you will see the economy going down on a daily basis. You know what I mean when you take 8,000 jobs and give it to a Liberian. When they take pay every month, where the money going? The money coming right in the economy. When they take pay where the money going, the money coming into the market. So this is why media will go, the journalists will go to the market places and they will tell you, say, oh, we're sitting here all day, nobody have bought for all the market not going and things are difficult. Yes, because when the foreigner takes their pay, they send their money back home. They have nothing to do with Liberia. But this particular group of people, the copper crowd, I think they're getting to be a terrible group of people in Liberia. We need to take notice of that.
Okay.
The daughter took over the ministry. She put down more than 800 people for that ministry. Now her father is doing soup. The same thing at the labor ministry. So I think there's a need that we take a serious note of the daughter and the father of their evil against the Liberian people. But again, to conclude, the Liberian people didn't say they can hold some of the problem on them. So because you are not telling me you will hold 800 people. That later put all your down. And you said that you have to go free to control the drop out by you people. They go to a room, they rest, they come by you the money out to come to rest.
The people got gone. What you want to do?
Go?
Yeah.
Go?
Yeah.
Don't want to scare people. The only thing they use so if you can go out and buy and treat them, take arm and give it to them, all the use of they wouldn't make it be more. They don't know how to react. We don't know how to act.
We leave you right there, my brother. Thank you very much. And that's how we call it a day. Alexa, we got to go home. We have to. So Marvis will come back here and continue to give people a lot of cash. I'm sure that will happen under Marvis. But we got to go home, Alexa. You heard the people. Tomorrow is Thursday. We'll be here in continuation of all of what we know happening in this country. But trust me, when you're praying, don't pray this time for only you and your family. The country there. Pray for Liberia. It is in trouble. It is heading down a slopey slope. Liberia, you're looking at it. The two pile away in the airplane that while the plane in the air.
You have nowhere to keep going.
The whole plane just turning. How the country looking right now. It's tough. It's difficult. It is very, 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 But we gotta go home. We'll return here on tomorrow. Alexa.
We're going to be back here on tomorrow, but all I can say is stay safe. The country is on a path that's really confusing because you don't know where you're going. You're just stuck. And the only way you can manage that is to manage your expectation. From the onset, when Amara Kone actually told us to manage our expectation, we did not take that.
No, we were making power with him. I think Amara talking here.
We did not take that.
But I think it is now the actual time for us to manage the expectation. In fact, the expectation we can't manage it anymore. We're living with the expectation.
So don't think about it. Just keep going. But we'll be back here on tomorrow. Enjoy yourself.